Yeah, so this used to be road right here. What the fuck is that? Fucking kids trying to take a toll. So the view out the back of the hotel, kind of sketchy. I was like, what did I sign up for? And then you come in, the view out the front is very nice. Big bed. I think this is a king size. It's got a fridge. The only thing in there is water. TV, AC, and a nice patio. Pool's kind of small, but you're right across the street from the ocean, so I probably won't spend much time in the pool. But overall, pretty good. And I think this was around $50 a night. I have to go back and take a look, like 53, I think. So the Google Translator comes in handy if you don't know. Surprisingly helpful. Okay, so coming out of the hotel, right there, walking across the street. This is the, I guess this would be the western end of Las Terrenas Beach. The last time I was here, I think I stayed way down over in that end, and you're able to walk all the way along around to here. There's a little river that you have to take the bridge over. But there's like little hotels and restaurants all the way along there. And there's like a reef out there, so there's waves all the time. I'm gonna walk around this way and see where it goes to. So it does go quite a ways out this way from what I can tell. Again, I've never been out this far, so I'll see how far it goes before I have to either run into a rock or hit a river or something. It's like a bigger boat. Couldn't tell what it was, made of wood. Looks like it's stuck pretty hard, pretty firm. So lots of hotels on the left. The beach keeps going around, and eventually it's going to stop there up against these mountains. Off to the right, there's little rocks and stuff sticking out of the surf, and out there you can see there's some rock islands quite a ways out. But I'll keep going to see how much farther I can go before I have to stop. And a little farther down the beach. I think I've been walking maybe 10-15 minutes. So I may try and run this tomorrow. We'll see. It's actually a pretty nice beach for running. It's hard packed as long as it's not high tide. If it's low tide, it's easy to run. If it's high tide, it might be a little more tricky. I'd rather not run on the road. It's kind of narrow. I'd rather run on the beach if I can. Okay, coming around the bend, there's a pretty cool house up there on the hill. It looks like that's about where the beach stops. There's a couple little coves. You go around, there's like a cove in there with a little hidden beach, and there's another one way down on the other side. But this is a pretty cool beach to walk on. I didn't realize it. I didn't come this far last time. I stayed more in the main Las Terrenas town. So this appears to be about as far as you can go. It looks like this little hill is surrounded by water, and that's the house up on the hill. I don't know if it's a house or condo. It looks like a house. Pretty amazing house. Nice little setup. And this is as far as the beach goes. It's walkable on this side without going around. You could probably go around this little rock island, and there's probably more beach on the other side. But I think I'm going to end up heading back. back that way. Catch some shade. Of course, there's wine bottles. It's always nice on the beach. Yeah, the view from the room is actually pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with this place. It's nice to wake up. I just wish I had coffee. I could get up here instead of having to go down and get it. But it's well worth it, at least for a couple days. Heading back in a few, so I'm enjoying the view and relaxing a little bit. So we stopped to have some beach pizza. And there's some kind of party going on. Behind us is the main drag. Good boy, shared some of the pizza. So we just had some pizza there right on the beach. This is like the boardwalk area. This goes all the way down the other direction too, but you can't really see it really down that way. And then there's a lot of little shops and stuff here. There's a pastry place up here I parked the car at, just up the road. So I'll grab some pastries for the ride back to Santo Domingo tomorrow. And this is one of those crazy one-way roads that everybody drives on. So that color Hyundai car, I've seen like 15 of those cars. There's some more little shops along this route. This is a tourist town, so there's quite a bit of stuff. Don't think it's Starbucks, but it has Starbucks coffee. You can rent cars and these ATV things. Richard, rent a car, motor, scooters, ATVs, and all that sort of stuff. This is the pastry place for Dad. I got the car parked out there. And so this is the cruise ship type building. There's a cruise ship and the stores all along the bottoms and upper floors. So there's basically two of them. There's one there, there's one in the back, and then there's this older villa looking thing. And right down there is the pizza place. So walking on the beach after breakfast, came from right past that point there. That's where the hotel is. That's the pizza place. Ate at yesterday, and walking around the point, see how far it goes. A bunch of smaller restaurants that open up during the week. Usually, I think later at night. These are not like breakfast places, but all along the beach there's little restaurants and stuff. Guys fishing. The older building, another again, a few more smaller restaurants. I think there's a park up here also, if I remember right. But this is like some super old buildings that have been sitting here. I don't know if they're abandoned or would they just stop construction or what's going on with them. There's quite a few buildings like this in Dominican Republic, not necessarily just here. And a couple sailboats. One of the sailboats left this morning. Very relaxing. It's a nice beach. Don't mind it at all. There are a few vendors that'll come down and try and sell you, but not that many. Not as much as Boca Chica is crazy. Like there's Boca Chica, it's one right after the other. Here it's almost, you know, not that much. It still happens, but it's not a big deal. So how do you get to Las Terrenas? I think you can fly into Punta Cana, and I'm pretty sure there's a bus that comes up here. You can always rent a car, take a taxi, rent a car specifically, all depending on what price you want to pay. It's pretty nice. Samana Peninsula, I think, is my favorite part of the Dominican Republic. And if I had more time, I would go all the way out to the tip of the Samana Peninsula. There's a really nice beach out there. I was there last time, like quite a while ago, a couple years ago, and I really liked it. It was one of the most beautiful places I'd ever seen. You can also fly into Santo Domingo, take a bus up to Cabarete, and I think a bus comes up here also. You just kind of have to work with your hotel and they'll help set you up. Or you can rent a car and kind of explore the island also. They just took my driver's license for the car rental. And I was talking to some guy in Naga, or some guy at the restaurant, and he was saying that Naga, that little beach that I drove through on the way up here, that the police there are basically shaking people down, giving them tickets one right after the other. The speed limit is 40 kilometers an hour, which is crazy slow because most people drive 80 to 100 on that road. I was driving between 60 and 80, and I saw a bunch of people getting pulled over. I thought it was just like random traffic stops, but he was saying that they were just pulling people over, writing them tickets one right after the other, and then you have to pay those tickets, and that's how the town's raising money to pay for whatever. So if you do rent a car, be aware that does happen in Dominican Republic. I guess it's different than, you know, from what I've seen, but it doesn't surprise me. I saw probably 3 or 4 traffic stops while I was driving from Cabarete to here. So it looks like this whole side of the road just kind of tipped over. The road caved in. The road's undermined in this spot. You see the road goes right there. So the road's been kind of like split in half. It's almost down to a 1-lane road. Beach erosion. Yeah, so this used to be road right here. That's where the trees are. So it must have been pretty high a while ago. And I think I stayed down here the last time I came. There's a hotel, a little restaurant area that I would stay at, then I would walk down this way. Okay, I came all the way from that point there between the sailboats, all the way around Las Terrenas Beach Road. And this is probably the point right here. And then it goes back around over there, and that appears to be it. So I'll head back, and I gotta check out of the hotel and head back to Santo Domingo. Driving out of Las Terrenas, trying to get up to, there's a tollway that goes out of the city. It's a lot faster, but I think they charge you like, it was a couple hundred pesos or a few hundred pesos last time I remember. Alright, just a little bit outside the city. Starting to head up into the hills. And maybe like 10 minutes outside from the hotel, it turns right into country, farms and rural area again. So it's pretty quick transition. So just came up that hill. There's a little tourist pull-off so you can see the view. It's pretty amazing. You can hear the waves breaking down there. Dr. Leonard Fernando Rea is the guy that can help do the construction for this. And that's over there is Las Terrenas. You can hear the ocean breaking down there. The tourist police. This is the national police. I got that guy. Anyway, I just wanted to stop. The road, interesting, definitely good grip here. But I wanted to stop real quick and take a look at this. It's a nice view. And back on the road. So a little ways after the tourist viewing point, you can see they cut this road right through the mountains. So this is probably one of the better constructed roads on the northern side of the island. But we went by a sign, and there's a 550 peso toll at the end of this. So if you go to Sanchez and cut over the mountains, it's free. But if you go through the nice tollway or the nice road like this, it's 550 pesos. So again, for us, or for you, for me, whoever, but you just got to kind of be thinking about what you want to do, and if it's worth your effort, or worth your time. The view from the mountains is pretty amazing. It's worth seeing. But if you're in a hurry, you can just cruise through here and pay the extra money. So coming around this bend, there's just amazing view. I like to pull over right there and watch up there. There's signs and stuff. And then right past here, I think there was a cave. Oh, there used to be. I thought there used to be a cave here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's this one. Ah, yeah. Yeah, so there's more. The view is just amazing around these corners. Cave. And you used to be able to walk up into this thing. I think you probably still could. I think the first time I did this, I walked up in there, took some pictures. But they dug into the mountain, found a cave that was there. And heading down onto that plain there. I think that's towards the end where I end up paying the toll. And this is the little tollway they have set up at the end of
in 200 meters at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Terrenas Samana.
The end of this part of the tollway. This is where we took the right and went to Sanchez last time, coming from Cabarete. Lots of rice paddies on the left and right in this area. I've seen quite a few. It actually gives me flashbacks from the Philippines, but I guess they have a lot of rice here also. So just went through another toll, 222 pesos. So the first one was 552. This one's 222. So nice random numbers to keep you trying to dig through pesos. Back to Dominican, or back to Santo Domingo. Okay, that's where the huge traffic starts. Coming off the crazy ass road. What the fuck is that? Fucking kids trying to take a toll. With a rope across the road.
3 kilometers.
Do you see that shit? That is crazy. That's the first time I've seen that. Rope across the road. And this is the bridge that I just came across. I got that on video. That's crazy. All right, so that's the bridge I just came across. Now I'm heading towards the Zona Colonial again. Under that bridge through some crazy ass area. This is the port that comes up on the left. That's another little bridge up there. And that's where the ferry goes to Puerto Rico. I think once or twice a week. I gotta check on that. Alright, this is the old Zona Colonial area again. Driving first came in the first day. That's the port right there that goes over to, wait, yeah, the old wall is pretty cool, but it's broken down in some areas. And it's going to be super bright over here, so I'm going to flip the camera off. This building is being redone.